Hi everyone, and welcome to Paper Pumpkin Week here on Creative Chelsea. Today I'm sharing with you my second alternative that I've created with the April 2026 Paper Pumpkin Kit called Lakeside Retreat. This beautiful kit creates a total of 9 cards, 3 in these 3 fun designs. They are perfect for summer and especially for Father's Day as it is coming up soon. Of course, it also includes some coordinating envelopes. And what I like to do is take the contents from the kit to create alternative cards. And today we're going to be creating this fun thank you card. It has "You're a Lifesaver," so that kind of makes me think of a gratitude card. And I just love some of the fun techniques I'm going to share with you today. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, let's just go over really quickly the supplies you're going to need. From the kit, you have a piece of the green plaid card base. The size you can get from my cutting guide or on my blog. Let's just go over it really quick. It is 4 inches by 2 3/4 inches. Then I've got a piece of the white wood grain card stock or card base piece. And this is also going to be 4 inches by about 1.5 inches. That's going to go at the top. I'm using the pecan pie circle, but we're going to cut it down to be smaller. I also have one of the oars, or the fish. There's only one for each set of cards. And then, of course, the green greeting label. So those 3 things as well from the kit. And then from your own stash, you're going to need a card base. I'm going to use crumb cake. It is 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. I have a skinny little green piece. This is Peaceful Pine. It's a 1/4 inch strip by 4 1/4. And then I have a scrap of basic white and 10 inches of crumb cake twine. All right, so we're going to start with our card base, and we're going to start by splattering on our card base with some pecan pie ink. You could use any brown ink here. Pecan pie just goes really nicely with the coordinating colors. Just go wherever you want there. Then we're going to stamp. So if you've got pecan pie ink, you can use that. If you don't, you could use just a different color. You could also use green. So browns, greens, yellows, any of that would work. We are stamping on our white wood grain piece. And you're going to do a first and second generation stamping, which just means that you stamp the second time without inking it up. And it kind of gives you like some more depth to that color. There we go. Nice and focused there. We're going to also do one more down at the bottom to give some height difference. And then we'll repeat on this side. So we have a tall and then a second generation tall one. And then if you wanted, you could do another little one down here. I don't know if it will be seen or not. Just depends on where you put your circle. If you're using a glass mat, you'll want to wipe up any ink that might be on there. And I just keep some baby wipes in my craft room for that kind of thing. Then we're going to add this to our card. You could use dimensionals if you want. I'm just going to use some liquid glue and place it 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch down. Oh, this did not get cut down. Yay. So I get to cut this. I should double check my cutting guide. So if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber of mine, or if you've joined my Paper Pumpkin Cut Club here on YouTube, you will get my cutting guide for free. And it will tell you how to cut all the card bases from the kit, so that way you can make all of my alternatives. So for this month, I was able to make a total of 11 alternatives. And so lots of options. I do use some extra product for a couple of my last ones. And as you come back and watch those this week, you'll see what I use. So that's a little teaser on coming back. Okay, so I put this one down crooked, so I'm just going to carefully lift it up, add a little more adhesive to the back. I didn't put too much on there in the first place, so it should be fine to lift up and line that up a little bit better. Is that crooked too? I cannot tell. We'll just leave it. Okay. So we've got those two pieces now on our card base. I've got this strip of peaceful pine, and you can add it just as it is. It will run across your card base, or you can add some embossing to it. I have this fun corrugated lined embossing folder, and I'm just going to put it so that it kind of the corrugation runs across it and emboss that. I think it just adds a really fun texture, and we're going to put that right between the two pieces of pattern paper. Oh, I guess that broke right there. That's okay. I can cover that up with my details, like the circle and things. Okay, so there we go. That card base is ready for our focal point. So this piece of pecan pie circle was too big, and it was kind of sad that all of that beautiful brown color was going to get hidden behind the lakeside cabin scene. And so I'm going to go ahead and cut it out just from the center. It's about 2.5 inches in diameter. If you have a punch, you could use a punch. I'm just using my stylish shape dies. So you're going to save this outside piece for your for another alternative. Okay, so we're just using the smaller circle. I'm going to stamp the birds a couple times in the top half of this circle. Full strength in pecan pie ink, just because we want to be able to see it. And I need to clean up this little bit of ink here at the top. Oh, we also have some more stamping that we're going to do. Let's grab our basic white piece. We're going to do the same technique that we did up here on the white plank piece on this. So we've got one full strength, one second generation, and then one just a little lower. Okay. And we're going to cut this out with a pair of paper snips. Okay, so there I've cut it out. You can see that I also cut out that second generation image. And what you want to do is you're going to layer this kind of in the bottom right corner. And if you want, you can add your adhesive already to that. Just do it in the bottom. Don't do it along that bottom edge because you're going to end up cutting some of that out. Okay, so kind of place it where you want it. I put mine in the bottom left corner. And then if you did use your dies, or even if you used a punch, you are going to cut it out again. So you're just going to take the dies and kind of make it fit. And then you really only need to do, you're just cutting out this section right there. If you used a punch, then you're just going to line the circle back up and just punch out the area that was coming off the edge of the circle. See how nice that looks? Okay, so that's going to go on our card in just a minute. We can also kind of, if we want, we can work on the other details. Let's do that, and then we'll put it on our card all at one time. So we're going to take our oar, our fish, and our greeting. And for the greeting, I decided to use "You're a Lifesaver." You could use any greeting. So if this one doesn't work for you, there's also "You Are an Inspiration." That one would also work. You could even do the other one that's like older, better, wiser, or something like that. Okay, so I'm using the Peaceful Pine to stamp this right in the center of my label. All right, so once we have that in place, I kind of lifted up this edge of the grass so that I can kind of tuck some things underneath. I'm going to start with my oar here, and I want it to be at a slight angle, covering up the bottom of the grasses and then coming up towards the top just a little bit like that. Then I'm going to add my greeting, and I think I'm actually going to remove this dimensional here and bring it in just a little bit more so that I have some space where I can cover or like layer. So I want that to layer there. Okay, something like that. You can still see some of the birds at the top. Then I've got my fish that I'm going to tuck underneath the greeting, but over the oar just a little bit. Okay. Then you're going to take your bow or your twine and let's tie a bow. So normally I do a faux bow, but for this we're going to tie it because we're going to tuck it underneath our oar. So something like that will work. We're going to put a glue dot, or you can use some tear and tape. And you're just going to wrap that around the knot. Okay, so then it's sticky. And you're just going to slide this under. You can use your take a pick tool. Maybe. Or let's go this way. It doesn't really want to slide because it's sticky. But if we had like a little hook, there we go. Try to get that little piece too. There we go. Okay, so half your bow, get it underneath the oar. And then you're just going to put the adhesive right where that oar is. Maybe angle it just a little bit. And you can press down. And you've got your cute little bow under your oar. If you wanted to, you could also tie it on the oar. That would be really cute. I just thought of that as we were working on it. And then this gets popped up with dimensionals. I might add a second one over this one. So one of the dimensionals from the greeting is over the edge of the circle. So by adding one on top of that, it will keep it at the same level as everything else. And then you're going to place this on your card wherever you want. I'm just having it off to the right just a little bit, leaving a little more space on the left side. And if you do have any of those little stone embellishments left over, you could use those just around the grasses would be super cute. And your card is all done. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching me create this fun card today. If you're interested in getting your own Paper Pumpkin subscription, you can sign up using the link in the description below. If you would like to see written instructions on how I created this card, you can visit my blog, creativechelsea.com. Thanks so much for watching. Have a creative day. Bye.